Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bridge School Diary. Today we are going to talk about B2 exam with Marianna. Our special guest Marianna Lopiano is here with us. Hi Marianna.
Hi.
Thank you for accepting the invitation. I know you're very busy, you're busy studying English, you're busy at school. So now you are preparing for C1 exam. Last year you passed B2. And I just wanted to chat with you about different tips and tricks on how to pass the B2.
Sure. I think that firstly you have to believe in yourself and believe that you can do it and never give up even when you're doing the test and you're reading, like in the part of reading that for me was the most difficult part. And you read but never give up and like start discourage yourself, but keep trying and go on the things that you're
Great,
doing.
that's true because sometimes I notice when we do practice tests with students that they give up easily. Obviously you're going to be very tired during the exam because it's a long exam. You have the reading, you have use of English, and then you have listening, so it is so difficult. I so feel for my students actually, because it's really difficult to keep focused. That's probably another thing. How did you do that? How did you
Fortunately we have the like breaks during the different parts of the exam, so we like used to drink or like glass of water of course and get some fresh air, and we used to keep focused like this. So
what about the listening? Did you find it confusing?
No, listening
stressful?
was listening was the best part for me. Like I get exercise before with some YouTube videos which had the listening in the videos with all the exercise and the corrected part in the description.
Great, so that's another piece of advice.
They are so useful. In fact, the listening was the part that I did the best.
You see, so yes, YouTube, the internet is full of material. You can actually just Google it, type listening, B2 listening, and you have loads of stuff actually to practice. So I think the problem is finding time, right? The routine. So how about the routine? It's not just about a week before the exam.
No, I think that the listening is not so boring and like heavy, because like if we think that the listening 40 minutes 40 minutes is like an episode of the series that you watch, and you can perfectly like do the listening that is 40 minutes, stop the YouTube videos and like relax also, because it's like challenging when you like then see the results and understand if you get a C1 or a B2. It's challenging and it doesn't get so much time because it's only 40 minutes.
Definitely.
For the other parts like writing that are more difficult.
Yes, and it's also time consuming, right? And it's the part that I think students hate most. So we don't do much of writing during the lesson because it's time consuming. You tend to forget it, students in general, I mean, to do it as homework, or you do it very quickly and it's not exactly what I would expect you to do. So how to practice writing?
I think that writing could be practiced like listening, people talking, and for me, when I write something and I'm not sure if it is right or not, I remember the phrase, the sentence that my teacher said, if they are correct or not. and then I could understand if my writing is correct. Or also like reading a lot in English and trying to get in the mood of the writing, but also practice and remember the layout and the structure of every type of writing.
Yeah, so you said that the structure of the writing is very important. Also because you are not being judged you don't get points only for the vocabulary and grammar, but there are other aspects.
Yes, you when you prepare for a B2 exam or any other Cambridge exam, you have to try to be the examiner and understand the things that the examiner want from you, even in the speaking part. In the speaking part, and also in the writing part, for me, you have to remember some phrase, some sentence that can catch the attention of the examiner.
Do you remember what I always say? What are these
the introduction
these expressions that show off
yes
words and expressions, right? So you don't just have to defend yourself during the exam. It's not an interrogation, so you don't only give the information they ask you, but you have to show off, you have to show your the advanced level of vocabulary and structures, right? And you said something really, really interesting and important. So you have to try to imagine what the examiner expects from you. And you don't just have to imagine it, you can find it, right? So most of the test books have it at the back of the book. You can find actually the teacher's notes and the points you get for the writing or for the speaking. Also on YouTube you can find teachers' comments, the examiner's comments. So yes, it's very important.
Yeah, also for speaking is so easy to practice, I think, because Cambridge on their YouTube side, YouTube channel, put a lot of video with comments by examiners of Cambridge, with all the grades and all the critics to the guys that are doing the exam. So you can also learn from others' error.
Use of English.
Use of English is so challenging for me, but I think that the more you practice, the better you get, the best you get. I don't know. It's not so, it's difficult, but you can do it if you believe in yourself. You also have to understand the mechanism, and then you could do all the sentence. And also you have to remember that one sentence is 2 points, so it could be more anxious, but
just try again.
It's not so difficult.
Never give up,
Yes.
right? So especially in the sentence transformation.
Always try.
Yeah, so many people just give up, and if they're not sure, they leave a blank space. Never do that. Just start by writing the word given and then the next one, and you might actually end up getting at least 1
Yes.
point.
Also 1.5 or just half.
Yeah, it's always
Is,
something. It can
yes.
actually save your your exam, right? And as you said, the more you practice, the better you become. Also because sentence transformation, for example, I see huge difference between students who start their course, they don't know, they have no clue what to do in that part, and after a year, let's say, if we practice a lot, it becomes quite easy.
Yes. Also reading so much and be surrounded by English, as you always repeated to us, and be surrounded by English by also films or series TV, even if they are not so so useful for Cambridge exam, but you could be surrounded by English reading and always listening to people that are talking in the right way, in the correct way. I also find it so useful when you or the other teachers talk to me, and I remember every sentence, and I keep in my mind, and I try to be I try to repeat when I do the writing part, as I said before.
Great. Do you take notes?
Yes, sometimes I take notes, but it's not a habit that I'm used to.
How do you memorize new expressions, new phrasal verbs, for example?
I try to put it in my everyday life. When I I discovered a phrase, I try always to use in every moment of my life. In I'm talking in Italian, but I suddenly use this phrase in English if they are in the context. So yeah, this, or in the moment when I discover the phrase, maybe in the lesson, I try to do an example and remember. Do an example that I can remember, of course. It could be linked to my passion, I don't know.
Great. That's also a great piece of advice. Well, thank you so much, Marianna. Best of luck for your C1 exam.
Thanks.